Yeah, trust your gut. This is actually the quote and the lesson. I go into, as you already heard, go into stores like Bergdorf's and Saks. Like I go to the Metropolitan Museum, I go to look. It's like, oh, look at that. It's beautiful, beautiful. And I was in Bergdorf's one day, and I loved the handbag department. And there was a particular designer who I particularly loved, and she does something called minaudières. They're the very small, precious rhinestone bags that the ladies in Dallas put on the table, and they cost $3,000 each. Maybe some of you have them. I don't happen to have them. But I wanted to see them. And I'm looking at her collection, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, that's my egg design. And then I looked over there, and I was like, that's another one of my egg designs. And there was a third one. And I got the feeling like, I don't know if any of you have sisters who borrowed your clothes without asking. It was like, going to school and seeing your sister, it's like, that's my shirt, it's my shirt. I felt that same gut reaction, like, wow. And, this is now, gosh, probably 15 years ago when I stuffed it down. And then a friend of mine who is a professional shopper called me and she said, Jane, are you licensing your designs? Because I was in Bloomingdale's and I saw and said she saw the same things in Bloomingdale's, and then I was in Saks and 30 Port, and then you can't ignore it. The universe keeps sending you signs and you can't ignore it. So I hired a lawyer, and I said, I need to sue. I need to do something about this. I need to sue this person because she's taking my intellectual property. And what happened was the company said, we have no idea what you're talking about. So my lawyer sent her my sell sheet that had all those eggs in photographs. And then pointed to Bloomingdale's, Saks, and Bergdorf's and said, we're going to send the sell sheet to them. And they said, oh, we do remember now, yes. Okay, and they ceased and desisted and paid my legal fees. So it was a little bit of a victory, but what I would have done now is that I would have gone right to the owner and said, I love what you've done with my designs, how about if we collaborate? I did not have the self-esteem then to do that, but now it would be different. The lesson is to trust your gut. When you see something like that, when you see something, do something or say something. I had to do something. I could not allow that to happen. But what's happened in the many years of transitioning is that now I would have the courage to say, give me a couple of those and it's all yours, right? I like a couple of those bags. But the lesson is trust your gut, and you know what I'm talking about. It's as much that feeling as the uh-oh feeling when you get a new client and you think, oh, this is not going to work. I had a new mastermind group yesterday, and at the last 10 minutes, something happened, and I didn't say anything. I should have said in the moment, something just shifted, didn't it? And I didn't. And I called one of the women today, and I said, with that, because I couldn't sleep, and I said, I noticed something happened. She said, you're right. And we had a long discussion, and I know that my calling her made it didn't fix it, but it addressed it. And in any way that you need to address it, that's what your gut is telling you, is do something with this.